Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And while the market is down, what the Serpent does, he goes out. He's on the hunt, he's looking, he's searching. And why it's so important to do that is because blockchain, crypto is always evolving and there are always new players coming out into the marketplace. And today I'm bringing you eMoney. Now I find this very, very fascinating. I've done quite a bit of research on this. And of course, you know that I'm into XRP and the channel talks a lot about it. And in speaking about how blockchain is used from a banking sense, from a solving a problem when it comes to old technology, which banks do use old technology, I tend to go and drift off and look for what's coming out there, what is currently available, and what will be launching as well in the not too distant future. And so I came across eMoney. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick off with the 3-minute video that has been launched by the company on the main website. And then I'm going to go over everything that I have found and why I think it's important. So let's check that out first, and then I'll tell you why I'm excited.
eMoney is global, fast, and frictionless. Welcome to the next generation of money. Money is evolving. For centuries, money has evolved from simple barter systems to gold, to coins, and then to paper, all the way to the modern age and card payments, mobile banking, and cryptocurrencies. Today, the pace of that evolution and what we think of as money is increasing like never before. But that change has not been without problems. Despite the rapid adoption of new and emerging technologies, many of the friction points of traditional finance have carried over to the digital age. From the individual without access to a bank account to the businesses which wrestle with the high cost and liquidity concerns of card payments, and all the global citizens who face excessive charges when sending money overseas, the financial services industries have yet to offer a single, optimal solution to these persistent problems. Cryptocurrencies were a first attempt to right these wrongs, but with slow transaction times and rapid price movements, cryptos are inherently inefficient monies. Then came stablecoins as a faster and stable alternative to standard cryptocurrencies, but these too have their flaws. Some stablecoins are backed by cryptocurrencies, which means they have to be over-collateralized and are therefore inefficient and expensive to redeem. Others promise to maintain a one-to-one peg to an underlying currency, a near impossible long-term task in zero or negative interest economies. In the many attempts to upgrade the financial services industry, no single solution has sufficiently addressed the many challenges consumers face without creating serious new problems in the process. That needs to change.
eMoney is a global, fast, and frictionless network built to improve and bridge the legacy banking system while removing major pain points for stablecoin users. Unlike a bank account, the eMoney network is available for everybody, with account setup taking mere minutes. Payments are conducted swiftly with low fixed costs, and they settle immediately. The eMoney service is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no annoying bank holidays. Due to the efficiency of the eMoney service, global payments are now as fast as instant messaging.
eMoney is the next generation currency-backed stablecoin. It uses a dynamic peg that tracks the interest rate of the underlying currency. This allows us to operate sustainably in low or even negative interest rate environments such as the Eurozone and Japan. eMoney stablecoins support major global currencies and are interest-bearing, much like a bank account.
eMoney is fast, efficient, and easy to use, and you can always buy and sell our tokens at exchanges or through our website. For security and peace of mind, eMoney is of course regulatory compliant. That means meeting all Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering obligations. Further to this, our auditors provide a quarterly proof of funds.
eMoney is global, fast, and frictionless. Welcome to the next generation of money.
I found that really, really fascinating the first time that I watched it, and it does raise some very, very valid points. So why do I think eMoney is, why have I decided to talk to you guys about it and bring it to your attention? Well, for me, So eMoney is a modern platform that supports currency backed by stablecoins on its wallet and exchanges. So a currency backed stablecoins are essentially meaning that the actual currency backed stablecoins are pegged to real world currencies which users of eMoney can actually earn interest on. Now, the WebAssembly smart contracts, also known as the WASM, is the facilitator for the transaction for the transactions over the exchange, and the eMoney web wallet is integrated with the DEX that supports the NGM token transferability. So for me, I find the concept quite interesting, and it is available on Uniswap, and you can also buy it on Ascendex, but I will go over that as well. So it is built for global payments and, improving the legacy banking system, having a sufficient blockchain layer. So I find this, really where they're going with it and how it's going to be progressing, to me makes sense, which, as you remember from the channel from day one, if there is a real world case study and a particular new company using blockchain solves a real world problem, then I'm interested and I will hear it. So some of the things as well is the stablecoins are backed by the real world currencies as mentioned. eMoney works with the European banks to hold the stable backed deposits, and I find that already very, very fascinating from how fast they're growing and the kind of relationships that they're making. It is all users benefit from interest accrued over the reserved asset bucket, and the stablecoins are safe as they are fully collateralized and compliant with the underlying assets. So there is a high level of security in regards to what is happening. From a 2021 perspective, in February there was a launch. Now in Q3, credit card payments. So in addition to bank transfers, users will be able to use their credit card when exchanging currency-backed stable coins for fiat. And I think that will be a really, really cool update, and making it obviously easier for people to get into it, which is always really, really, really fascinating. Now, with anything, right? With anything, as soon as you jump in and you go to e-money.com and you start to have a play around, look at the frequently asked questions, because I think this page has been made really well. It goes from general to currency-backed stablecoins to the exchange to staking. Really simple, you just click on the button and it actually brings you the answer that you're looking for, which I find helpful, because sometimes you don't want to have, sometimes frequently asked question pages are confusing. There's like hundreds of tabs. So I find this really, really clean, really simple. Now, as always, and you know that I mentioned this at least a billion times when mentioning a new currency to the channel, eMoney's white paper. It's 25 pages. If you're interested, read the white paper. Don't get into anything without understanding what it is. I know that I'm giving you an overview. I know that I'm explaining things. I know that I'm explaining, how it works, but you're not going to understand how the stable coins are safe as they're fully collateralized until you read the white paper. Or the more currency, like the euro, other euro currencies, the JPY and other Asian currencies are coming up. You won't get any of that. And then you only understand that when you go through the white paper and actually understand what they're going through and how it goes. So the token, the security of the token, all of that is really, really important. Even just starting off with the executive summary and then going over the white paper and understanding what is going on and what is happening. I find really simple basics, but you'd be amazed at how many people don't do any of this. So the NGM token is the actual token, contributes to the business revenue of the eMoney, as it solely depends on the NGM token or rewards. You will get that once you read the paper as well. And it's really, really, really simple. Once you understand the white paper, it becomes, pretty straightforward. An example of staking is that the eMoney platform uses staking 5% of the total staked NGM tokens, receives 5% of the newly minted NGM tokens that were created as rewards for staking. So I'll go again. The staking on eMoney platform, a user staking 5% of total staked NGM token receives 5% of the newly minted NGM token that was created as rewards for staking. So again, all of this stuff is there. The DEX, eMoney also has a DEX integrator that allows exchanges. That there is really, really important. And the DEX is powered by the Cosmos architecture as well. So no execution fees are paid on trades, and And only fees that are paid are on the DEXA transaction fees. Transaction fees can be paid in any token as well. So again, you'll get that, and it'll make sense once you get a hold of it and you read the paper. From a roadmap point of view, if you go to e-money.com timeline, you can see the Q3 timeline and what else is happening as well, including the Elrond integration that will be coming out. The partners as well, so check this out, like there are lots and lots of really, really cool partners here involved. And I think, that speaks volume for the kind of the relationships of what they're building. And again, for me, these are all very, very, very important things when coming up. Check out the LinkedIn page as a company page, so you go here, you can see the company page of what is happening, what is going on, some of the interviews that have been happening. And also, you can check out, the founder as well. So if you go here, you can actually see the founder, check out the page from Denmark, and you can also then check out, what is the experience of this particular founder, like what are they up to, what's going on. For me, as I've always mentioned to you, and I mentioned to you this during my live Adelaide event, if you go to a company, right, you're starting to look into a company, it looks pretty interesting, a friend of a friend of a friend has told you about it, you look at the founder, and the only thing that they have on their LinkedIn is the recent project that they worked on, which happens to be the cryptocurrency company just started. That is a big red warning sign. But you can see here that this particular founder has been working on this since August 2017 up in Denmark. So little clever clues that you can pick up, right? But I think from all the partnerships that they built, I think this is pretty solid and can become part of the Crypto Serpent portfolio. And as always, check out the Twitter, click the follow, click the alarm bell so you get the latest updates from the company as well on Twitter, which happens to be, of course, the fastest way to get information. So having said that, how do you get a hold of it? So jump on back onto the website, you click on eMoney. If you do use Uniswap, I know majority, like to use Uniswap for its simplicity. You can click on here, and then if you get confused, don't, because you just click on the trade button. And once you click on the trade button, it will come up and you'll see it, and you'll be backed by, whichever, you can choose whichever token you want. But let's say we chose the USDT token and we wanted to put down, say, 1,000, not 10,000. If we wanted to put down 1,000, we could go here and it will tell you exactly at how much one NGM token is worth in USDT, and you'll be able to get it. So I hope it was helpful. I hope you found it interesting. Please do let me know what you come out with your own research. Put it in the comments below. Have you heard of eMoney before? Are you going to do some research on it? Do you want to read the white paper? Do you want to know more about it? And I'll be bringing you updates as well. So as always, if you learned something new, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. And I look forward to see you on the next one.